I started counting at 7 a.m. By 9 a.m., I'd said no to Luna 31 times, 31 no's in 2 hours. I'm basically a walking no button.
All day, no's shut her brain down. But give her one place where everything is yes, and she becomes a different kid.
How do I say yes to everything? She'll wreck the house.
Not permissive, designed. It's called a yes space. I'll give you the exact setup. Coming up. So you actually kept track.
I made a tally on my phone. Every time I said no, don't touch that, put that down, get off that, leave that alone, I marked it. By 9 a.m., I had 31 tally marks. 31 in 2 hours.
And what was Luna doing during those 2 hours?
Moving around the house. That's it. Touching things, climbing, poking at stuff, being a toddler. And I was running a full-time no factory. Just no, 31 times before breakfast.
And here's the thing. She wasn't misbehaving. Not once. She was doing exactly what a 2-year-old brain is designed to do.
Okay, explain that. Because in the moment, it felt like she was just going after every single thing I didn't want her to touch.
Toddlers are biologically driven to explore, to touch, to climb, to manipulate objects. This is not defiance. This is development. The brain at this stage is wiring itself through physical interaction with the environment. Stay with me. The actual setup steps are coming next.
So the reaching, the climbing, the grabbing, that's the brain doing its job?
It's the brain doing its job. Every time Luna picks something up, turns it over, puts it in her mouth, she is building neural pathways. She is learning cause and effect, texture, weight, spatial relationships. This is how 2-year-olds grow.
And our house was designed for adults, so basically the house itself was creating the conflict, not Luna.
That's exactly it. When you design an environment with adult objects and adult rules, you guarantee conflict. The child isn't the problem. The environment is. Change the environment and you change the behavior, without saying a single no.
That's a genuinely uncomfortable thing to hear as someone who just spent 2 hours saying no 31 times.
And here's why this matters beyond just the frustration. Children raised in constant no environments, where every impulse is blocked, don't become safer or more obedient. Research shows the opposite.
What does the research show?
More anxiety, reduced willingness to explore. And this is the one that surprises most parents, a higher likelihood of pushing limits when they find them. The child who never gets to say yes to their own impulses learns to find a way to say yes anyway.
Usually when you're not in the room.
Usually when you're not in the room. Because the impulse doesn't go away. You've only trained them to wait until you're gone. And that is a much more dangerous outcome than a toddler touching your charger.
Okay, so 31 no's created a child who is going to do all 31 things the second I look away. That's not a win.
Method 1. Remove the hazards instead of guarding them. This is the simplest and highest return change you can make. If Luna keeps reaching for your laptop charger, move the charger. Not a lecture, not a gate. Just move the thing.
That sounds almost too simple.
It is simple, and it works because you've eliminated the conflict entirely. You're not correcting behavior anymore. You've removed the trigger. Every object you move is 20 potential no's per day you don't have to say.
I walked through the living room after you told me this and counted the no traps. The charger by the couch. The glass candle holders on the low shelf. The bowl of fruit within reach. My laptop on the coffee table. That's probably 15 no's by itself.
All of those are environmental problems, not behavioral ones. And all of them have the same solution. Move them up, put them away, rearrange. You're not child-proofing. You're preparing the environment for who actually lives in it.
Method 2. The yes zone. Tell me about this one.
Create one area of the house that is genuinely, fully hers. Low shelves with things she can access. Materials she can explore without asking permission. A space where the answer is always yes.
And the key word is genuinely. Not technically allowed, but you're still watching nervously.
Right. It has to be real. She needs to feel that in this space, her impulse to touch and explore is honored, not just tolerated. Honored. That shifts the emotional register completely.
So she has one place where the world makes sense for her. And then the rest of the house is negotiated territory. That actually gives her something solid to stand on.
Exactly. And what we see in Montessori environments is that children who have a reliable yes space are actually calmer in the rest of the house, because their need to explore has been met. They're not desperate for it everywhere.
Method 3 is about the materials themselves. What did you call this?
Rotation. Too many options at once create overwhelm and chaos. When everything is available all the time, nothing feels special and the whole space becomes noise.
Luna had 20 toys on the floor last week and just walked in circles looking confused. Didn't play with a single one.
That's analysis paralysis in a 2-year-old. Too much input, no clear invitation to engage. The Montessori approach is 5 to 7 items available at a time, rotated every few days.
And when you bring something back after a few days, it's like new again?
The brain responds to novelty. Something she hasn't seen in 4 days registers as fresh. You get depth of engagement instead of surface skimming. And the space stays manageable for everyone.
Okay, the framework. 3 words.
Remove. Create. Rotate. Remove the hazards so the no count drops. Create the yes zone so exploration is honored. Rotate the materials so engagement stays deep.
Remove. Create. Rotate. Let me run through my Tuesday morning with this. The charger on the floor. Remove. Fixed in 30 seconds. Luna's books in a box on a high shelf that she can't reach. Create a low shelf. Give her access.
And the 20 toys everywhere?
Rotate. 5 out at a time. Box the rest. I'm now estimating that this framework eliminates at least 20 of my 31 no's, without a single conversation about behavior.
And that's the point. You're not changing Luna. You're changing the conditions Luna is operating in. That's Montessori's prepared environment in 3 words.
I want to tell you about a story May shared with me that stuck with me for days.
A mom came to me exhausted. She said she felt like all she did was say no. From morning to bedtime, it was just a stream of corrections. She was starting to feel like a bad parent.
I feel that deeply. When you're saying no 30 times before breakfast, something starts to feel broken.
I asked if I could visit the home. When I walked into the living room, I saw glass decorations at toddler height, 3 open shelves of adult books, cables running along the floor, a bowl of fruit on a low table, a beautiful home for adults.
And for a 2-year-old, it was basically an obstacle course of no.
I said to her, "Your child isn't testing you. Your house is testing your child. We redesigned 2 rooms over a weekend. Nothing expensive. Move this, add 1 low shelf, put the glass away, box the cables."
And then what happened?
The following week, she messaged me. She had counted. 8 no's in a full day. Down from 40, same child, same house. Just the environment rearranged to match who lives there.
8. That's extraordinary. She went from feeling like a failure to having a calm house in 1 weekend.
And she said something I think about often. She said, "I thought the problem was my child. And it turned out the problem was my furniture."
Here's the reflection I want to leave you with. Walk through your home right now in your head.
Picture each room. Picture where your child moves, what they reach for, what you stop them from touching. How many of those things are there because it's just where they ended up, not because they have to be there?
How many of your no's are actually about the object, and how many are about where the object is sitting?
Your homework this week, walk 1 room of your house and find 3 things you can remove, 1 shelf you can make into a yes zone, and pull out a box to start rotating materials. Just 1 room. Just this week.
And then count your no's. Before you make the change, tally 1 morning, then tally again a week later. The number will shock you.
Because this is not about becoming a more patient parent. It's about building an environment that doesn't require that patience in the first place.
If this episode made you look at your living room differently, hit subscribe. We put out new episodes every week. Drop a comment below. What's the first thing in your house you're going to remove? I'm curious. Bye.
And remember, a yes space isn't just for your child. It's a gift to yourself too.